Hey everyone on YouTube. This message goes out to anyone who watches YouTube. Now, I just got a new webcam today, so you have to forgive me. And, well, as you can tell, I'm still trying to piddle with it a little. But, I just recently bought a Nintendo 2DS. Now, if you're thinking Nintendo's an okay console, the new 2DS and 3DSs are great. They've got a pedometer, which is good for keeping track of how many steps you take. If you're out of shape, hey, the pedometer works out because for every 100 steps you take, you get one play coin that you can spend in the Mii Plaza. Now, the Mii Plaza has games like the puzzle area and the Find Me. The more you earn, the more you can spend. But the play coins aren't only used for the Mii Plaza. You can use them for games like Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds and games like that allow you access to the play coins. If you are thinking about getting a 2DS, I would highly recommend it. I've actually had my 2DS for almost a month, well, a little over a month now. And yeah, it's turned out great. I've bought many games. They've got great titles. They now have the ability to download some of the older games, like the original Mario, which had Duck Hunt on the original Nintendo or the NES. You can now play it on the DS with the capability of saving your game and picking back up where you left off. So if this sounds like a great game for you, then hey, go for it. Now, there's no limits to what you can do with them. You can watch music videos, you can listen to music on it. They have an SD card slot, a micro SD card slot to a degree. You have to have an SD conversion card. Now, you can buy these at Walmart, Best Buy, any place that sells SD cards. All you have to do, take your micro SD card out of your smartphone, put it in that converter, put it in your DS. You have access to all your music. But there are some downsides. Downsides include you can't play ROMs that you've downloaded to your computer. Unfortunately, I wish you could. You can't access movies that you have downloaded to your SD card. These are somewhat problematic, but eventually I'm sure Nintendo will update it. Now, a lot of people may ask, well, what have you found that you like most about the DS, the 2DS? Personally, one of my favorite things, though it is a little disturbing, would have to probably be the imaging software. Now, when you buy a 2DS new, it comes with AR cards. Now, I don't have my AR cards with me right now, they're put up. But the AR cards, you can use those to play mini games. And when you play the mini games, the first one that I played really turned my stomach to a degree because you play archery, but instead of the ground being flat like it's supposed to, as you play, the ground undulates and moves around, causing a sense of euphoric fear in movements. If you get motion sickness, then this will definitely get you sick quick. I mean, there's a lot of bonuses to the 2DS. Not only do you have all that for the 2DS, but you can play your original DS games. Stuff like Spectrobes, Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, on the 2DS and 3DS. So this solves the issue of the DS games, but the advanced games you have to download. Buy a download for it. That's still good though. And you can always upgrade your SD card for your DS. You can either buy a 32 gig SD card from Walmart, micro SD card with a conversion slot, and just slip it in there, and hey, you're done. Now, there are so many great features. I mean, actually, let's see. Here it is. Sorry about that. Right here is my 2DS. Okay, so I actually have it powered off right now. Another great thing about the 2DS, I'm going to show it to you. Alright, if you look right here, you see a switch. Now, if I flip this switch to that direction, you get a change in color. From one solid color to an orange color there. That is sleep mode. Now, it also comes in handy because you can actually lock down your 2DS. Say you power it off and you don't want no one else messing with it. With it powered off, flip the switch into sleep mode. No matter what a person does pushing the power button, they cannot get cut on unless they flip the sleep switch back to the off mode. Then it will power on. Now, let's see. Alright, here we go. Now, I'm going to try and show you a good image of this. Alright. As you can tell, I've got Pokemon Y in. This is the double screens. This bottom one is smaller. The 3 and 2DS has... the 2DS has 3 cameras. If you look right here... if I can show you. Alright. I'm using my stylus. Sorry about that. You got a camera right here and a camera right here. That's 2 of the cameras. Then if you flip it around, you've got another camera right on top of it in the middle. Alright. Now, not only that, but the 2DS has the ability to connect to the internet. It's got the eShop, Nintendo eShop, which lets you buy things. Me items, stuff like that. It's also comes standard with Face Raiders, which all you do is you snap a photo of yourself with the front-facing camera on the screen side, and you play Face Raiders. And it allows you to just run around and destroy stuff. And walk around. It's pretty weird. You've also got the activity log. The activity log now, it actually tracks how many hours you're playing on different games, or any games for that matter. It shows you your software library. Hold on. Sorry. It shows you your software library, which includes all the software you've downloaded. It also has a piece that counts how many steps you've taken via your pedometer. Now, I myself, if I can find it, when I first found out about it, I really did some heavy walking. Yeah, on the first day I discovered that it had a pedometer was on the day after I got the 2DS. I put in that day 8,475 steps, and that's pretty good. Now, the DS is great for exercise because it does help you lose weight. And you have to keep track of your steps just to be able to earn play coins. But when you're not thinking of play coins, you're walking to earn them and not realizing how many steps you've taken. This also gives you a record to beat the next day as to how many steps you've taken. Now, another good thing about this is, well, you got so many great things to do on the 2DS. And it's easy to close software on it. You've also got the Nintendo Zone, which is great for use at theme parks, resorts, airports, stuff like that. Another great feature is the chat feature, which allows you to chat with friends. YouTube. Now, as I said, there is Super Mario Brothers, which I'll show you an image of it. Super Mario Brothers. This right here is a great game. You've got Swap Note, which they have put restrictions on Swap Note. You've got your Nintendo 3DS camera Nintendo, but on the 2DS, it's the 2DS style. It's not the same as the 3DS. You've also got the sound area, which allows you to listen to music and stuff you've recorded vocally. You've got the Mii Maker, like on the Wii and the Wii U, you can create a personal Mii. Well, they've brought that software to the 2 and 3DSs, which enable you to thus make a Mii character. As I explained before, you have the Mii Plaza. And then AR Games is the card game. Now there's a lot more that you can do. There's also game notes now. Friends list, which are easier to use. Notifications when an update is required, it will notify you. You don't have to immediately do it. It'll tell you, hey, there's an update. And you can just dismiss it if you want at that time. It's got the internet browser, which allows you to surf the net. It's got the Miiverse, which is great. I haven't really tested that yet. It also has now the ability to change the theme backdrop on your console. As a result, you can get different themes like Sonic, stuff like that. Now, I personally love Sonic. I grew up playing games like that. So, I mean, yeah, you have to remember, Sonic is a great game. You've also got the ability to check your emails, stuff like that with it if you feel like it. Now, personally, I usually keep my DS off when I'm not playing it, so, yeah. And it's easy. It's clicking a button and then tapping on the touchscreen to shut it down. Now, as for the flaws, the styluses aren't as strong as they could be. I have actually already chewed through one stylus accidentally, and I've about chewed through the original stylus that came with it. Now, this is something I think Nintendo should work on, is getting stronger styluses that aren't chewable through. Because a lot of people do have chewing habits, or they chew to stop themselves from smoking a cigarette at the time. But other than that, there's not really any flaws to the 2DS so far as I've seen. Controls seem smooth. It's really well thought out. It's light. It's small. Even though it's not foldable on the 2DS, it's still really small. I can fit it in my jacket pocket with ease. And I've got a leather jacket, and that's pretty hard. So, I would definitely suggest a Nintendo 2DS. If you like this video, please subscribe, and thank you.